listen, this paradigm shift that we are experiencing, the parameters of it are going to be determined by two things, in my view. Hard power, meaning who takes advantage of this power vacuum and how do they do it, and markets as a forcing mechanism. So the optionality and the period of optionality is limited.
Tina, I also wanted to ask you, I mean, the question is whether this is China's moment, but I wanted to ask you about corporates in America, because I know you also advise a lot of the chief executives. I mean, if you're Amazon today, and again, it's unclear whether they were going to publish, how much the tariff costs on top of whatever they were selling, but do you fall in line with Trump policies because you're too afraid to speak up?
I've written about this, and I've said, kind of slightly flippantly about the period of sucking up to Donald Trump and the placate and accommodate period. What the Amazon news yesterday showed was that even Jeff Bezos sitting behind the president at the inauguration, the companies that made huge donations expecting perhaps some kind of grace in return, that isn't going to materialize. You're going to have to toe that line forever. And so the conversation in boardrooms, and I am in these conversations because these are my clients, is very much how far do we take this, and at what point do we start to stand up for ourselves?
Yeah, and this is the million-dollar question, but could it change corporate America for a very long time to come, Leslie?
Oh, it is a real risk, but the one thing I would say, and remember, this is a problem for universities, this is a problem for many very powerful actors in the United States. Do they placate to keep those government funds or the policies that would give them preference, or do they unite and push back? And the uniting and pushing back has been very, very slow. On the corporates, Donald Trump cares about the economy. He is not going to like the fact that America's projected growth rates have been cut by the IMF. He can see that inflation is not coming down, the rate of inflation is not coming down fast enough, and he's going to feel it. This is why, in my view, he likely went to Michigan at the 100-day mark. He hasn't been leading rallies, but he, I think, recognizes he is the most unpopular president, just measured by his approval ratings, of any modern presidency at the 100-day mark. He's not, his policies are not being received well.